everybody, Randy Reviews It here. So today I wanted to make a video talking about some aftermarket AR-15 safeties that I've been recently using, kind of what I've tried, what didn't work, and what I'm going to be using moving forward. So there's a few surprises on this list, so just to kind of list out what I've tried so far, I've used the Radian, I've used a V7 titanium, I've used a Trigger Tech safety, and I've used the Ford Controls design. I think it's like the ASF, whatever the Q lever one is. I think it's ASF 500s. So those are the four AR-15 safeties that I'm going to be going over today. And essentially I want to start worst and then work my way to what I enjoy the most. Give you reasonings behind them. We'll do kind of like a bench view so we can dive deep into kind of their little pieces, their functionality, how they work, that sort of thing. So if you're looking for a different AR-15 safety to try, if there's something that doesn't work for you, stay tuned. I was originally looking for a strong-sided safety that offered a better lever than like a GI, so like a lower angle, so like a 53-degree throw or a 45-degree throw or whatever it might be. And I had no idea really to start, so I started Googling strong side safety short throw and then just looked at the image search. So there were some wacky ones out there. If anyone has one of those Strike Industry ones that looks like a teeter-totter, I'd love to hear how you like that. I was on the fence with that. It looked like it might be functional, like the back lever part, but I don't get why it had the front lever part on it. I actually reached out to Strike Industries and I asked if they had a version without like the front part of the teeter-totter on this, because I thought they had kind of a decent lever going on in the back. But alas, they did not, and they didn't respond actually at all. So I didn't end up buying it because it felt like I would have had buyer's remorse from it. So if anyone's been using that safety lever, I'd love to hear your kind of take on it. If you like it, if it was complete meme trash or whatever it might be. So we're going to jump in with the worst first, and we'll work our way through the different benches. So starting off, the worst safety, the Radian. Yes, that might surprise a lot of you, but my overall experience with the Radian safety has been pretty much miserable. So I'm not a fan of it. And we'll go to the bench to see why. So let's talk about the worst safety out of the bunch. So this is the Radian safety. And it's nice in the idea that you could buy it single-sided and it's still got like double drums here, so you can pick short throw on this side, longer throw the 90-degree on this one. But overall, this thing did not want to really move that well. I tried greasing it up, tried oiling it, tried everything. But it was just really hard to actuate. It's held in by like a little springed pin in there. That's kind of annoying to get out. You got to get like the smallest tool known to man to get in there. Like I even had trouble, like think with a paper clip. Like a paper clip was too wide to press that in. So you got to press that in to pull this handle off to snap it back on here. So that's kind of how it connects. It just connects on either side for short or long throw. But yeah, overall, it's very difficult to actuate. It's not that smooth. I was pretty disappointed because I heard so many good things about Radian, especially their safeties. But this one just let me down. So let's get into the second worst. And the next two are going to be close. So this is the Blackout Defense one that came with my Blackout Defense DTL. So a couple things. One, it's ambi only. Like there wasn't an option to put like a little kind of drum cover on this side or anything like the Trigger Tech. It does have long throw here, and then just the one side. Maybe that is short throw. Not really sure, but yeah, this was the Blackout Defense one. So at the time it just had the one setting. And then here's where I think they lose out a little bit. So it's kind of really glossy. It's very glossy as far as things go. And these, you'll see when I introduce the next one why it matters, but these only go halfway in. So like you don't really feel a lot of texture on them. So it's glossy, the texture, it's kind of slippery. But overall, yeah, I took that one out of the Blackout Defense, do not regret it. And then the next one, Type A. So this one, I would really love to see a strong side only with a short throw on this, because you see what they did different than Blackout Defense is they made their textures go all the way to the back. So you feel the texture a lot better. It was very smooth to use. You have just that single side there. It's a short throw. Oh, actually, no, it is double-sided. Yep, my bad. I was spinning it and looking through the camera, but yeah, there's the short throw right there. It's really short. And then the long throw, the 90 degrees there with this. And overall, the texture, the finish, I like more on this than the Blackout Defense one. So Blackout Defense, if you're listening, I would love to see a drum and that texture go all the way through. Type A, if you're listening, I would love to see a drum or something on here so I could do strong side only, because I think these are great safeties. It's just for me, they're ambi only, and I'm not a fan of ambi, so that's why I removed them. Yeah, let's get into the next one. So yeah, the next one up is the V7 titanium safety selector. So this is their shorter throw one. I think it's 57 degrees maybe, the throw. It's not the 45. It's a little bit further than that. It's got a really good texture on it, machined. I know they have a lightweight one. I've heard that one's a little too aggressive. It's like kind of hollowed out. It seems like it would chew you up, but this one's perfect with where we're at. And then it throws pretty easy. No complaints there. The only thing that I would say that this doesn't get a better spot, maybe even better than Trigger Tech, is if it came out a little bit further. So it's right there. It's pretty easy to actuate. It's just there's a little more meat on the Trigger Tech one to flick it down. This one you got to hug a little closer to the receiver. So like typical V7 fashion, it comes in pretty nicely machined. You know, it is Allen screwed in, so it's not the pin like down the road, which you'll see. But overall, it's machined well. It's light, and it throws pretty good. So on the other side too, the nice thing is it is strong side only. You can get ambi options from them, but they also sell strong side only where there's no knob sticking out here. So that's pretty nice. Yeah, on to the next one. So this is the Trigger Tech safety. So it comes with both levers and the stop on the other side. So if you only want to do one lever, it comes with that. It comes with both options, a short, a long, and then just the drum here. So you can see it's very, very light to actuate. It clicks really well. There's no like middle ground. It either throws all the way or nothing. So very, very good. It's got a pretty, let's see if we can get this. That lever sticks out pretty well. So some of the levers that I dislike, they don't have enough meat on them. So you try to swipe down and you're really having to press hard against the gun to actuate them. Where this one's got a pretty good wing on it. You can just flick down, just flick up, flick down, flick up, flick up. But the only downside I would say of this safety is you're using Allen keys to kind of screw it on. So yes, you know, you Loctite them once you get them on, but if you ever want to take this off and switch to a new one, there's that threat of potentially stripping these things out and having to deal with that. So not a fan of that. And then if you somehow don't Loctite them, because they might walk out on you if you don't Loctite them. So there's that chance where, you know, on the next safety, you'll see that they aren't using a screw option, which I'm a bigger fan of not using screws whenever possible. So yeah, it's a screw-on safety, but so far out of all the safeties, this is my favorite out of the screw-on safeties. It's very smooth and it's very tactile. All right, on to the next one. All right, and last but not least, my favorite safety, and this is what I'll probably put on all my guns moving forward when I switch them out and that sort of thing. This is the Forward Control Designs Q safety lever. So you can see, instead of the lever being in the middle of something that's round, it's on the top. So if you're right-handed, it's easier to hit that. Your thumb has more of a natural angle to get more meat on this to swipe down. Swiping up is pretty easy. It actuates very, very well. It's short throw. I want to say this is like 50 degrees for the short throw, and then 90 degrees if you choose to make it the long one. So there's a drum inside that you can switch that around. One of the nice things about this, a big selling point, let's see if we can get a light in there a little bit better. It's held on by that roll pin right there. So rather than a screw that you have to lock tight and can get stripped out, and depending on anything else could fall out, this roll pin is in there and it holds on really, really well. So I'm a big fan of that setup. And then on my other side here, we just have just the drum. So it stays out of the way of my finger. I don't get bumped by it. So you can buy a different, whatever safety lever you want for this side, and then use that. But this is also held on by a roll pin too. So I'm really big fan of the roll pin. I think if Trigger Tech would have done the roll pin, I'd be a bigger fan of theirs. But I hope more companies do this moving forward, using this roll pin instead of the screw-on method that so many companies are using right now. So let's jump into the conclusion and we'll take it away from there. Thanks for watching. Hey everyone, so we're going to wrap up this video on the AR-15 safeties. I hope you enjoyed walking through these, why I like what I like. I'm definitely sold on the Forward Control Design safety, although I still have no idea why people are buying dust covers with geese on them, or why it's a hype train or anything like that. I don't understand it. Never heard of forward controls until I started looking for safeties. So yeah, I don't get that part, but they make a great safety, and that Q lever, you can order it in your specific configuration. I really enjoy it. So take a look at that if you get a chance, if you're interested, if you're doing a new build, anything like that. As always, leave a comment if you want to trash me. Upvote, downvote, like, dislike, whatever it might be. Subscribe, that would help out a lot. I'm trying to get to 1,000 so that maybe I can get some ad money to buy some more ammo, because I've been chewing through it pretty good. So yeah, thanks for watching everyone. Take care.